If I walked into that barber shop, I would turn around and walk right back out. 11-seed Oklahoma, 3-seed Arkansas. They play tomorrow for a right to play for an SEC title, and they will get either 3-seed Arkansas. His hands full with the history-making Darius Acuff Jr. tonight. Mid-range jumper, what a start, splashes it down. Relive includes both Acuff and Malik Thomas, a top-scoring duo in the country. In and out, but Brazil is there for a follow. He's cut. Nigel Pack off the glass and in. Try and let him have that, even though he's been much more efficient lately.
Yeah, they're going to bait him into those.
Here's Davis working on Pringle and gets it to go.
That's good.
Brazil with a mismatch. Size on Pack. Out to Acuff. Assist to Brazil. Another make for Darius Acuff Jr.
Oh, that Acuff
in the Missouri game with Acuff on the bench. Pack penetrates, has it knocked away. Here's Darius Acuff Jr.
Billy Richmond, defense, effort, energy. And we called Acuff a 3-level scorer. That's an easy 2 for him. He's shown you all 3 parts of his score.
He is playing through Ramadan. The rest of our games would be after sunset, and that was extra motivation to get there. 2 for 2 from the free. Brown had 16 in last night's win for OU. Brazil with a big block. McGee hustles his way into the putback. Shuffling his weight on his legs.
That's an important part. He's averaging over 3 offensive rebounds. The freshman Wall would start to hit in a league that is known as being one of the most physical leagues. And his ability to want the ball in the clutch and perform in the clutch. I know it was a loss on the road, but that epic 49.
Darion Reed had a great game last night for Oklahoma. Niela Thompson picks up his dribble. Pack over Acuff. Got it. That's a Porter Moser gave him that Allen Iverson pop. And Acuff wears the cutoff undershirt just like AI did.
Now, given the historic freshman season we're having across the country. But if I'm Oklahoma, I'm making Acuff guard. And Pack is a tough matchup for Acuff on the other end.
Brazil to DJ Wagner for 3. The rebound knocked around, and Brazil fell off the rim. Both teams have slowed down offensively. Even Arkansas has missed its last 5. That one. Third game in 3 days for the Sooners. Here's Davis. Got it.
Yeah, he's got a Swiss Army knife. He's going to guard the landing, but that's where Porter Moser was pretty upset.
Not bad. It was a Spin of the Year, Player of the Year.
You've heard John Calipari say year after year, hey.
Wow. Downhill on Ewan behind the back, and it's knocked away by Arkansas. Acuff with the save to Wagner. And a foul. You going to take a charge?
I wanted to be able to tell my son I gave Acuff a pat on the back. I think he thought that'd be pretty cool.
Davis got whistled for the foul. By the way, you mentioned John Calipari taking talent over experience anytime. There have only been... And he was banged up going into that Alabama game in which he set an Arkansas freshman record. Oh, my goodness gracious. David. Xavier Brown downhill. Big time block by Wagner. Shakes his head. Here's Acuff. 2 on 3. Beats everybody.
And that's where you must get back. And they...
The veteran Pack trying to break down the freshman. Nowhere to go. McGee draws a foul on Ewan.
First down. So I think this Arkansas team is going to be surprised at just how much better this Oklahoma team has got.
In front of the packed house, Muhammad McGee knocks down the second. Remember, they got a foot of snow. Well, it's a turnover anyway. And Billy Richmond off and running. Blocked by Jones. Billy Richmond.
To come to the fast break. That's 12th in the country. And so you see how quickly their guards can get back.
Acuff for 3. He got a bit of a breather. He was on the bench for about 4. Forsythe working on Richmond. Got him in the air. Banks it home.
Forsythe with a nice pump fake.
Pack shares it for Davis. Gets stripped away. Acuff leading the break the opposite way. Transition 3. and not sports information director, and you can get lost in all of the accolades for Darius Acuff Jr. Here's Pat, spins it in off the glass. Pringle for Acuff, who's rewriting the record book, and this time he connects with the lob, and the jam perfect from the floor in the game in Norman in January. Davis over Brazil. They started the tournament with a win against South Carolina by a dozen. Pack drops it off for Reed, and the reverse goes for Darion Reed. And a double overtime loss at Alabama, a game in which he was limited during practice that week. For three, yes sir, Darius Acuff.
Uncontested, however you want it, Acuff's giving it to you.
Here's Pack, the veteran, trying to answer the freshman, and does so. Fun matchup in the backcourt.
On the floor.
Sooners by 3. Here's Darion Reed.
Oh, keep it up was the message from the coaches.
And of those 18-5 on the offensive side, Billy Richmond rolls it home. I don't know if there's a better. Lob. Ewan gathered and drew the whistle.
Get them into the half court. They shoot 44%. That drops to 64. So they've been a little bit more pedestrian. Now there's Acuff.
6 of 9. Rest of the team 3 for 16. It's the highest scoring half for an Arkansas.
6 to 7 weeks of playing their best basketball, and with their entire season on the line right here in front of us.
Nigel Pack with a drive and finish.
I think Oklahoma is going to try to get this thing downhill, make Arkansas prove they can protect the paint.
McGee couldn't squeeze it, lost it out of bounds. Here comes OU again. Sooners shooting 50% to start this game. Jones drives right by Pringle, but it fell off the rim and knocked out of bounds by Rich.
Describe them as a finesse defense. I think as long as you don't get your shot blocked in the paint, you can typically get what you want.
Here's Pack from the lone goal. He got fouled on the 3. And point lead, as comfortable as the lead can be in the first half. Are they happy with this setup in terms
in this game? I think you've seen that Oklahoma might not have the star power at times, but they have more two-way players.
Well, with those free throws, Pack crossed the 2,300 point plateau in his college career. Now 2,302. Ewan takes it strong to the rack.
You can read it.
Oh, great hands by Ewan to knock that away, but McGee tracks it down anyway. Now Pack for 3. McGee keeps it alive. Thomas corralling. And Oklahoma, after that pinball situation, ends up with a 3-on-3.
That's on Pack right there. You don't get that.
Thomas finds Richmond.
He's a terrific cutter. I love how he did
the afternoon. Brown, Philly native, turnaround over. Wagner got it. Downhill on McGee. Thomas. Ewan back to Wagner for 3. Huge triple. Clock off. 8 to play in the half. They double Pack and a foul on Ewan. And Nigel Pack shooting a 105% from the stripe on the season for Pack. He's earned another one. Went to the Final Four with Miami. He had 22 in the matchup against the Hogs in Norman.
And both of these teams
over Acuff. And nobody went after that ball for Arkansas. Xavier Brown off the mark with the 3 and a push-off. Brazil puts it on the deck and earns a whistle, trying to drive on Davis. Jones the board.
When Brazil is 40 and wins, Brazil is 40% from 3 and losses 20%. 0 for 2 so far.
Muhammad draws the double. Here's Thomas with the pump fake. 3-ball good for the Pittsburgh native.
That was a perfect. He's packed through one low that turned into a deflection. That one was a little off as well, but those were 4 possible points.
Woo, what a follow. The jam by Nick Pringle. Secure. Oklahoma trying to earn it. Here's Richmond. Brazil follow.
Brown got stuck under the basket. And Brazil name.
On fans on their feet here inside Bridgestone Arena. Reed, quick release of the three. Good!
Stuck together. Speaks volumes of him as a leader in the locker room, but also the DNA of these players.
Down Reed slides through after the...
All of a sudden, you creep your way into the bracketology conversation. And Porter Moser, when you asked him early in the season, like, team can find the path, he goes, honestly, last year, it was a little bit different, but they were struggling in conference play. But
and then turned it up. Here's Acoff. Billy Richmond with the putback.
Get some second chance opportunities. Brazil
races it. Here comes Acoff. 3-on-2 Arkansas. And Brazil with the nifty move to finish.
And that's what Billy Richmond does for your team. For Calipari at Kentucky.
Well, this building has a lot of heat in it from Illinois. According to Jeremy Wu is in front of him, so is Kingston Fleming's. The top four, those plays. Forsythe, shot clock in single digits. Well, what a pass! He threads the needle to McGee. 100. Or more than that in a single section inside Bridgestone tonight. Baseline jumper, good. Darius Acoff Jr.
It's not like...
Been tied 6 times. We've had 9 lead changes. Brazil. Dipsy-do, follow jam. Coaching staff, Wes Flanagan and Al Pinkins are back here a couple rows behind us. And asked one of them, you didn't get a trip to Halls? There's no lobster for you?
Extremely impressive what they've been able to do.
You think they at least get a to-go box?
I would hope so.
Forsythe has a
blue cheese. And when we were in Nashville on a road trip as a college team, freshmen had never been to a steakhouse before.
Good. Yes, you're clear.
It's all about who you know.
Here's Reed. Challenge shot and good for Darion Reed. He can be a huge difference maker for this Oklahoma 3 from deep. Oh, Acoff gamble. Brown wins it into the corner with a pump fake for Jadon Jones. And McGee inside pays it off.
Arkansas just watching blow-bys happen and nobody's coming down into the paint.
Acoff to Thomas. Yes, sir. Malik Thomas for 3. Arkansas back in front.
In the corners, especially when it's a shooter like Thomas.
Brown dumps it off for Reed, and he's fouled, and he's going to the line.
It's just baseline cut after baseline in this tournament. Nobody's been pulling it off better than this Oklahoma team so far.
Pull-up mid-range jumper, no good for Thomas, but knocked out of bounds by OU. Fade away. And Jadon Jones will bring it out for a reset. Nigel Pack says thank you. Finds Brown. And
he keeps a lot of possessions alive, and he doesn't try to shoot his own shot. He just tries to get possessions like that. That's a three-point play.
McGee went down. Here's Acoff off the feed, and he in turn gives it to Ewan, who cuts his way to a bucket.
Ewan's
Pack guarded by Richmond left corner. Here's Davis. Elatansiv lays it in.
You want to get Ewan involved in ball screen coverage right there.
Forces his way into the front court, all the way into the paint. Gets it back, throws it up, gets the whistle. Acoff, who has knocked down 4 threes tonight. There's only one Razorback in their program history that has made Pat Bradley. Made 7 in 96, 6 in 98, and 5 volume shootout. Here's Tay Davis. Nice screen erased by Brazil.
Oh, man.
Have to box out Brazil. You don't have to come down with it, but you have to make him uncomfortable.
Elatansiv steps up and pulls in the reverse.
Well, and it's all been interior passing.
Improved their resume with another quad 1 win tonight. When other bubble teams have fallen by the wayside, Sooners are making a statement. So is that man, Darius. Davis puts it on the floor. Tries to get by Richmond. Steps in again. Another block. This
will have to take him out of the game. He's played 34 minutes every single minute in this game so far.
Forsythe blasts his way through it with the left hand, scores it. Tay Davis, the best defender for Oklahoma. Now Ewan downhill, jams it home.
Good job getting Ewan. Let him have an easy catch.
Richmond with a burst to the bank, and Arkansas's got a 2-score lead. Here's Davis. And now Pack, fade away. Oh, Was halfway home. Matchup at Lloyd Noble earlier this season. Thomas lob, Brazil slam.
That's all the lead.
Largest lead of the game for Arkansas, thanks to a 10-2 run. Davis on Ewing, and they get 2 back.
That was a...
Arkansas has won 4 of 5, the only loss in that span to the Florida Gators. Here's a cut for 3. Yes, sir! Reed wanted to go to McGee, nearly walked with it. Instead, it pays off on a corner 3 for Acuff gets it right back. Draws 2 defenders. Now Richmond lost it, and they get a whistle against
free throw line.
Billy Richmond III. In and out.
He likes to use his athleticism and wingspan to tap it back out. Doesn't need it.
Here's McGee into the corner for Davis. Short. An air ball and a foul when the shot went up.
And then they didn't really execute the play he wanted on this side, despite getting themselves to the free throw line. They've got...
Brazil had his hands on it. Davis.
Rebound right here in case you get another miss by Oklahoma.
Uses the screen from Richmond. Weaves back out with 9 to shoot. Drives on Davis. Rejected by McGee. This 2-point lead. It's Acuff. Quick release. Oh my goodness, he did it again! It's a 2-possession lead for up 4. 23 to play. Xavier Brown with the drive. Reverse layup. Good. And the freshman from Pittsburgh. Monster free throw for Thomas. Sooners got to push it. And a straight take and another layup. 11-point throw line tonight. Short. 10 to play. Oklahoma can tie it with a 3. Here's the sweat out selection Sunday. Did they do enough to impress the committee? We won't find out for another couple of days. John Calipari continues to chase
from deep, but that's plenty within his range. Just did not fall.
Well, Dave Bradshaw, we had a fun season. We finished with a thriller. Nothing better than this one. And great to be tomorrow. Semifinal number 1 on ESPN. Florida and Vanderbilt and 15 seed Ole Miss. The Cinder Rebels look to continue.